Previously on Monster. Dolo and Vance returned from the abyss to realize Eugringe on fire, and though things seemed dire, they were able to get most everyone to safety. Now, with the knowledge that this war is not what it seems, they head towards Kerhill to form their next plan. We start where we left off with our two heroes heading east out of Eugringe until they take a path north, with the embers of the burning city behind them. What do you guys think? You guys just got through and did this whole thing with the fire. This is the first moment of calm you've had in what seems like weeks.
I feel like we are definitely trying to figure out how long it's going to take us to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of stunned by the fact that we just burned down a city by accident.
I mean,
we
guys
did. We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't do it. We did not do it.
I mean, but we didn't do it.
That's fair. I'll take that.
It's a real, train track situation where if you guys weren't there, it was probably going to happen anyway, but you guys pulled the lever and maybe killed less people.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a church that's still up.
Mm-hmm.
That is. That church still there.
Yep.
Yeah. And we saved Vessel.
Yeah.
He was about to get himself all kinds of messed up.
He's going to have a bad time.
Those dudes were drunk, and they had him chained up. They was about to do something.
Yeah. As you guys are heading north.
I hope we see a deer.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see?
Yeah, right.
I like deer.
All right.
As you guys head north, it's been a couple of hours and you're making good time when suddenly, out of the back of the carriage, you hear, "Well, hello, boys." And you turn around and it's Av, that soldier that you ran into a few times in town.
Human.
Jesus.
I took notes. No, that's what I yelled. Human.
Yeah.
And I go, Jesus.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, yes. Sorry. In the chaos of things, I didn't have a chance to ask you guys if it was okay for me to tag along, so I kind of just jumped in the back on the way out of town.
Pretty wild to hide for, several hours.
I ended up falling asleep, so that was on me, yes.
I am a pretty good driver. It's a smooth ride. You're right.
I had a bag of swords I threw back there. I could have killed you.
Yeah, no, they're still back there.
She's like, really? And turns, they're just stuck in her back.
Yeah. Oddly enough, you pile up a bunch of swords together, it gets kind of comfortable when it's in a duffel bag.
It's like one of those weighted blankets.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to join along with you boys because I just saw my entire town burnt down, and one might say I want a little bit of vengeance.
Would one might be you?
Yeah. That's why I'm here. Yeah.
You're being real chill about this. This is cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty upset about it, but I'm trying to stay positive.
Oh, I like the silver lining. I like this kid's attitude.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
So I guess it's okay for me to be here.
I mean, it's Vince with an A's call.
I mean, at this point, if you kick me out, it would kind of be murder because I don't think I would be able to survive out here in the woods by
you're
myself.
strapping. You got this.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think you'd survive the fall off the cart just
Oh,
fine.
absolutely. I just don't know if I'd be able to make it anywhere. The town's on fire. There's kind of no food. It'd be dicey. You
know anybody in Kerhill?
I don't personally know anybody in Kerhill, but I do know of the area.
You been there?
No, I have not.
How do you know of the area?
Let's just say some of my superiors that needed goods that weren't necessarily approved. I dealt with a lot of the people from Kerhill. Might be a good way to put it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, you did.
He just does that. You can run along. Just don't scare any of the deer.
Oh, I mentioned that you. I heard you mention that you like deer, and you seem very dead set on seeing a deer. And it would be a shame if somebody that controlled this universe made sure that you never saw a deer.
You know what? I've seen a deer in the past. I can always go back into my mind palace.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't.
Vance tries to imagine a beautiful deer he's seen in the past.
Nothing.
Oh, no.
Right.
He drives the cart into an embankment.
Right. Roll a D20. No deer. None. As you're traveling through, roll me a history check, both of you. Okay. Anybody get above a 10?
I did not. No.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
8.
Never mind then. You don't get the very valuable information.
Well, isn't that something? So, tell me what all you know about this place. What kind of stuff y'all used to get up out of there?
Oh, well, Kerhill, let's just say there are many goods that on that border of Soldeus were not allowed. Not because they were necessarily outlawed in the Oathmakers, but because we were pretty heavily targeted for smuggling because we were right on that border there. So a lot of alcohols and goods and luxury items and stuff that are banned in Soldeus happen to make it to us, whether the higher authorities knew it or not.
Luxury items, eh?
Yeah. You know, like your elephant tusk boner pills and such. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly
Splinter.
you'll get it.
It's in there. It's in there.
Splinter free toilet paper.
Yeah.
The good stuff.
The good
Yeah,
stuff.
right.
2-ply.
Ooh.
So yes, certain magical items also would pass through from time to time.
Okay.
And at about this time, you start to approach a campsite. And you notice that there is still smoke coming from the campsite, but it's that lighter smoke of a fire burning out. Can both of you roll me investigation checks?
15.
I'm just sitting in the back like, I smell smoke, and it ain't mine.
As you approach the campsite, Vance, you notice that this is the campsite that Essel was talking about that had recently had some issues with, like, the wolves.
Like the campsite?
The campsite.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
not like the area. It's like literally
correct.
plot A13.
Yes, yeah. This is literally the campsite that was just slightly north. It's getting towards the end of the day. The sun's starting to go down. With your 15, you notice that you can't tell if there's nobody here or just nobody happens to be outside.
Okay.
What do you do as you approach?
What up, though?
That-
hit him with the Detroit. Yeah.
The hell you yelling at?
Hit him with the Detroit.
Yeah. No. Hello.
Why are you yelling?
There's maybe, I don't know, there's a campsite.
Where?
You would have seen the campsite. You didn't do that.
No.
bad.
Don't play his character for him.
Yes. I thought he was just going with the role that he
No.
had.
No. Turn around.
Oh. Ain't nobody there, though.
Well, that's why I said hello. I was trying to see if anyone was there.
During all of this, nobody comes out of a tent.
Yeah, there's no one here. Because if they were there, they would have attacked us. Or, I don't know, tried to protect us because all according to plan. You know?
I want to grab my bow and arrow and just shoot a shot at the fire and see
Okay.
if anybody comes out.
Yeah, roll me to hit.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. Yeah, you take a shot and it hits like right next to the fire. It spits up a little bit of dust, but
Nobody
No.
comes out.
nobody comes out. Nothing.
Let's hop down.
All right.
See what's happening.
Hop down. I tie the horses up.
Okay.
Investigate the
Mhm.
area.
Check that tent. I'll check this one.
Roll perception. There we go. Now you're back.
19.
18.
Okay. Both of you notice that the air around here feels thick. Like something about this area has been manipulated, and with that perception, you can roll Arcana.
This air's thick. 17.
Okay.
10.
Just a good roll.
10. Okay. You, Dolo, know that it is magically affected, but with your roll, Vance, you notice that the area is basically, there was a bunch of illusion magic here, but it's dissipating, which is why you're getting like the aftermath of it. So it is dissipating, but there was a heavy concentration of illusion and necrotic magic here.
Can I dig around in this tent that I'm checking out?
Yeah,
See
yeah,
if
there's
I find
multiple
any?
tents. This was a small campsite for Eugringe soldiers.
Yeah,
I
we'll,
told Avi check one. I'm checking this one. You want
Okay.
to check those over there? You want to check that one over there?
Yep. That's not right. 12.
What am I rolling for?
I would say probably investigation if you're looking for like clues or activity, or you could roll. You would know that there were like wolf attacks recently, so you could roll nature. You let me know, and I'll kind of tell you what information you get.
All right, I want to dig around this tent and see if there's anything unique about the people that were staying here, or if they were just soldiers, or if I find anything in this tent.
Okay, that would be investigation.
Investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to see if there's signs of struggle or.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
What did you each get?
12.
12.
I've
Okay.
got 20.
Sweet. I would say with where you are in respect to the camp, we'll start with Vance. You notice in the first tent that you're looking at, it is in pristine condition. Like this was a soldier outfit. They had very strict regiments. There is nothing out of order. The bedrolls are made. Everything is all cleaned. Everything. And you notice a diary underneath the pillow of one of the cots and some loose paperwork in the other one. And it seems like you've maybe seen, or you're in one of the officers' tents.
Nice. I don't open it and I burn it all.
Okay, cool. That makes it. Yeah, that was a mimic. So good job. Yeah, you nailed it. It did.
I take a look at the diary and the paperwork.
Okay, we'll get back to that in just a second. What did you say you got, Dolo?
I was digging around. I got a 20.
A 20. Okay, with your 20, you notice that some of the residual magic is very highly concentrated in your tent, and the tent that you are in is like the barracks that had the 10-ish soldiers that stayed at this camp that weren't the the leaders. And a lot of the magic presence that you're getting in there is the necrotic, and you're actually finding like residue of some undead that were there.
Ugh, gross. I'm gonna start can I just start checking like bags, knapsacks, and like chests or anything that are in there for anything that I might find of value?
How many swords do you need?
Yeah, it ain't about that.
I need this.
It's been too long.
Nothing is there.
There's nothing around there. All right. Cool.
To the contrary of what the leader tent was in, everything in this barracks seems to be gone. They were geared up. They had everything on their
That's
person.
why I'm checking.
And the people are just gone.
Okay.
Back to the diary.
That weird smoky chick was in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Back to the diary. When you open up the diary, one of these captains was just jotting down the daily routines and stuff like that. But the closer you get to the current date, the more that you notice a lot of the things that he was reporting, the writing was starting to get like more and more frantic and illegible. I guess I got that word out. I stuttered on it for a second there. But you notice that it's becoming more and more illegible to where on top of just reporting the normal duties of the camp, he's starting to write about how he doesn't want to bring it up because nobody else is, but he's noticing what he thinks is eyes, and it's getting a little bit harder for him to breathe at night. And the other captain there stationed with him has kind of been acting funny. A man that was very like rigid and to the point seems to be really like slacking off, not really like, he's not taking his job seriously.
He on that stuff.
Yeah,
I think they got into the mushrooms.
He on that stuff.
I look for mushrooms.
So much so that he, as the second officer, almost has to completely take over the camp. And the main one is just becoming very antisocial. And then you get to a couple days ago where in the middle of writing, it just cuts off. And the last thing that was written was,
"Oh shit, I'm being stabbed."
Yeah, right. And then
yeah. And he wrote that out too with a bunch of dots and ellipses.
Right. Yeah. What it actually says is that he believes he has found the source of why everybody is acting funny, and he will be heading east to investigate.
Oh. Well, we're heading north, so that sucks. I go report back to Dolo and tell him all that.
Okay. Did Avi find anything?
I've stayed with the
with the cart.
Yeah, with the cart.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you for being helpful and keeping the horses calm.
What'd you find?
I found a diary, and I read it because I'm a bad person. You're not supposed to read people's diaries. I know you're not supposed to.
I'm just glad you didn't write in it.
Oh, that would be funny. You have a diary of sorts, and then you come back and there's shit written in there.
Did you? Yeah, you hand it to me. I'm like, wait, did you write this? Did you keep going?
And you got to figure out if you forgot what you wrote.
Yeah, write it. Oh, you write it as if you're the person.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun. We should find somebody's diary. This is.
No. So what did it say?
There's been
you can read, right?
It's about the camp is started. The officer started to see like eyes. The other one was acting real weird. And there's like this stank of illusion magic in the air right now. So they think he found the source to the east.
As you explain this to Dolo, your eyes start to burn.
Also, there's some fresh onion, I think, in there getting chopped up.
You on that stuff.
Oh,
give me that book.
No.
Is that your explanation for everything? Yeah. Like you're consoling a child that lost its mother and it's like, sorry, bud, you're on that stuff.
You're on that stuff, ain't you, kid? I knew it.
Then, I'd like to take a look around then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That looks me the shadow folk within 30 feet.
Yeah, you don't see anything because the tree line is very close to the camp.
I know you're out there.
Mm-hmm. And the moment you address them, it goes away.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Yeah.
I look at Avi and go, you see this kind of shit that I'm dealing with? This is what I deal with every day.
He does seem a bit odd. I think he was just excited that it could have been a deer.
No, yelling would scare the deer, obviously. Come on. Is this your
you
first
say
day?
yelling would scare the deer?
Yeah.
And then you yelled and then it left.
Yeah, but that's not...
You see
what are you
mean?
doing? You hide for 2 hours in our trunk. then you don't help. He asked you specifically to help search, then you just didn't.
Wait, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, you're being a real asshole
I mean,
right
I
now.
just woke up.
I'm
I haven't
pretty-
had. What'd you guys get? Wendy's? I haven't had my Wendy's yet.
Burger meter.
Yeah,
just
burger
is
meter's-
critical. It's just flashing now.
It's like a boss fight that hits a second phase, but instead of you getting like bigger and flashing red, you just fall over.
It's just Wimpy from Popeye. Just falls off a bar stool.
It seems like you guys have a decision to make. Do you investigate to see what you can figure out about this camp, or do you continue heading to Kerhill?
I mean, there's no rush to go to Kerhill, right?
I mean, how far away is this camp? He just says east.
Yeah.
There's no far. I mean, we could just be going east.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get to Kerhill.
How far away from Kerhill are we?
Yeah.
You're still a few days out from
Oh,
Kerhill.
we're still a few
Let's
days.
check it. Like,
yeah,
'cause
you're not making it to
whatever's-
Kerhill today.
Okay.
Whatever's affecting this can't be that far away.
Yeah, plus I found a bunch of dead people juice in that other camp, and they ain't had nothing in there worth anything, so.
That does seem like important information
Yeah,
that you were
yeah.
leaving out. It is pretty late in the evening, and the sun has almost went completely down, so you are losing light fast. Do you head out tonight, or are you waiting?
I think we could use this campsite.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
whatever.
Pull the cart up. Let's
Mhm.
block the entrance. Make camp right here.
Yeah, plus whatever did this might try and come back now that there's people in it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you guys are staying the night?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm about to build this fire up. I got a little herbal kit. I'm about to mix me up some nighttime fun time.
Okay. Do you stay in a tent or on your cart? And which tent do you stay in?
Officers? Because it seemed to be the least affected. Because if there's dead bodies in the, or dead
the
body
barracks.
juice in the barracks.
Yeah, there's dead body juice everywhere. It's dead. It's not even. It's dead people juice. Like they gone. It's they juice that they left behind.
That's an incredibly odd way to phrase that.
Yeah, it's like they're oranges or something.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like-
Exactly. You know how when an orange goes bad
Mhm.
and you throw it away and there's still some juice left on the counter?
Yeah.
That's what they got in there.
Okay.
It's not exactly anything but dead people
It's
juice.
very descriptive.
Anyways, officers' quarters, yes.
Okay. And then is anybody staying up for
Well, I assume
like
we're going to
watch?
do
We'll do shifts.
shifts, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not our first rodeo.
Who is staying up first?
I'll stay up first.
You got first? Yeah.
Okay.
Take first round.
Roll me perception. 2 of them, please.
I got a 17 and a 25.
Okay. Throughout your watch, you don't notice anything.
Okay.
All right.
High numbers. I'm just watching shit.
Mhm.
Just looking.
Now, or switching out with Vance.
Switch out with whoever I switch out with.
Mhm.
I'm not actually going to sleep. I'm just going to go in a meditative state.
Okay, right, Elf.
Yeah.
Um,
So I was like, I'll just take the next one.
Okay.
Because I don't trust Av. She snuck on, didn't help. She
she's
seems,
out cold,
yeah.
like sloppy
Just
sleeping.
snoring and
Yeah,
shit.
oh,
just
yeah.
drooling on her
Yeah,
armor.
it's almost like she's lost everything.
Yeah.
and trying to recover from that.
Yeah.
And then we, like, what are we? Come on, what about us?
You got there with nothing and left with nothing, so you broke even.
We still have nothing.
Actually, Dolo left with a bunch of swords,
Yeah.
so he benefited. So when you think about it that way,
Quit tuning a tiny radio when looking at me. I don't get that. What is this? What is this?
roll me 2 perception checks. Okay.
8 and 11.
An 8 and an 11.
8
So
and 11.
on your first couple hours, you don't notice anything. But as the sun starts to come up, your eyes begin to burn again. And you start to hear twigs and tree branches and a bunch of noise around you.
I'm like, if you're not a deer, I will fuck you up.
And a deer comes out of the woods.
Oh, hey, bud.
Yeah, with way too many teeth.
Ah.
See, I gave you what you wanted. But it's not a deer, but
It's a not deer.
It's the wolves.
Yeah.
Essentially, these wolves start to come out, but they don't attack you. They are literally just standing right at the tree line all around the camp.
It's because they like my armor because it's got wolves on it. They think I'm their king.
Roll perception. It's not.
Oh.
It's like-
I'll banish the thought. I wake up Dolo.
and Av are just
No.
Okay. All right.
She has not painted herself as a very competent ally.
Yeah.
I'm going to protect her, but
Yeah.
I don't need her.
Fair point.
Yeah.
So Dolo, you now wake up
Vance, what? It's not a deer. What?
Wolves.
Roll me
What?
perception.
What?
Not a what? A wolf.
16.
16. Okay. You notice the wolves as well, and they do not come into the camp at all, but the noise that is being made around the camp is growing. Roll me not perception. Insight? Insight would be a good one for this.
All right then. 23.
23.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. 6.
Okay. Dolo, you can't quite pick up on it, but with your insight, you begin to notice, well, you guys know what these things are, right?
Wolves.
Well, the illusion and the spiritualness of it.
Mhm.
These soldiers probably didn't. So the ones that were going crazy were probably the ones that were waking up at night, hearing these things, were able to kind of perceive the bits, but didn't have the full picture.
Yeah.
But half of the people aren't seeing this, or some of the people aren't. So what's going on? But they are not moving in to attack you. They are just watching.
I do a little dance.
Okay.
I put on a show.
They attack. No.
It's just like, this is how I knew I'd die.
Right. At the moment that you're in the camp, they aren't doing anything other than watching you, and your eyes continue to burn. But because this happened at the very end of the shift, you guys are able to get a full night's rest.
Cool.
I want to grab my necklace, and it has like a little piece of metal to it, and I start clicking it like it's a dog clicker.
Okay.
And I go, here.
So you're calling them in?
Yeah, here.
Okay. Yeah, they start to move in.
Sit.
Only if only if you're chill.
Sit.
Yeah. Give me perception.
And then I have a little piece of beef jerky in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Vance comes over. What are you doing with that jerky?
Back up. 15.
15. Now, with your perception, you know that these are not real wolves.
Mm-hmm.
You know that these are spectral wolves, but you're still trying to kite them
I'm
like the
going
real
to
wolves.
still try to train them.
I reach into my bag and I pull out spectral jerky.
You have spectral jerky.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yeah.
I'll trade you. Here, you want a piece of real jerky?
Yeah.
Where did you get spectral jerky?
I was in the interim when you weren't looking.
I'm God. This is my world.
When you rested on the 7th day. That's when I got.
He made spectral jerky.
I found a ghost and I made some jerky.
Okay.
No, but I focus in on one of them that I think might be the leader. I see one that's standing more prevalent than the others, and I wanna get his attention. Here, boy,
Okay.
come on.
They'll get closer, but you can clearly see that they are not even attempting to become friendly.
Oh, I don't want them to be friendly. I want them to listen.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
You've got their full attention.
yeah. Hey, Vance, see if you can get around them. Get behind them. See if you find anything in the woods that ain't just them.
We're like surrounded, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Are they all around us?
Yeah.
All around the camp.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, buddy. I don't know if we can. I don't know if I can do that.
Well, how far away from us are they?
Since you've called them in, probably about 20 feet,
Yeah.
15, 20 feet.
I'm pretty sure they're here to spy on us, make us go crazy through lack of sleep, intimidate us, and report back.
I throw them a couple pieces of beef jerky just to see what happens.
Okay.
Vance, do not chase the beef jerky.
Yeah.
I like grab him by his chest.
They do not eat it.
Just seems
Okay.
just a waste of beef jerky. That's all.
All right, you can go for it then.
Nah, I don't want to get closer to these guys.
Mm-hmm.
They seem suspicious.
So we said there was nothing in the rest of the camp. What time is it? It's morning.
It's very early morning, probably 7, 8 a.m.
Are they keeping us away from our cart?
No.
I think it's time to go.
East?
I think so.
Cool. It doesn't look like your cart will be able to make it east. There is no path. It's just into the trees.
All right, well, I leave Av with the cart and the wolves.
Oh, you don't want me to tag along?
I take one horse. I just carry it.
You want to leave me here with all these wolves?
I mean, yeah.
Because I see them. I rolled pretty well. I saw them. Yeah, I see them.
No, we'd bring Av with us.
Okay. She grabs her spear and her shield.
She's got spear and shield. I'm already loaded up with weapons, with my core weapons, but I'm going to grab a couple extra daggers out of my bag.
Cool.
You want anything out of this bag, Vance?
Nope, I just hold up my hammer. Got my hammer.
Cool. So you head east.
Yep.
As you head into the forest, you have to go through the wolves.
I was going to say, what do they do? Do they move or do they?
As you get closer and enter the tree line, they part and let you through.
See, I told you that beef jerky worked.
Didn't work. Can I just eating dusty beef jerky?
That's been stepped all over by Spectral Wolves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they let you get the jerky back. They're not very good animals.
I don't think they're animals, Vance.
They're not deer, I'll tell you that much.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Okay. So you start
all these
heading
damn spectral wolves are gonna scare away all the deer.
Spectral Wolf would be a dope band name.
It wouldn't be bad.
New plan, guys?
Yeah.
New plan.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah.
We all have to learn instruments.
Let's start a new party.
As you head east, it doesn't take very long. Only a couple hours into the woods, you see an opening with a cave entrance.
Probably that. If I had to guess where the spectral undead thing is.
Yeah, roll me perception if you care.
Whole ass cave. 22.
22. Okay, with two 20s, you're going to get all the information.
Yeah.
You see in front of the wolves out on stakes and pikes and just everywhere scattered around the entrance of this cave is dead wolves. And you can almost guarantee that the amount of wolves that you saw as spectral beings could easily be a 1-for-1 match of the amount of dead wolves.
Same thing with them soldiers at that castle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That government hearing.
Yeah. Also, Dead Wolves, another cool band name.
Yes.
Cool. I want to go ahead and use some of my cleric abilities because I am a guy.
Okay. To do what?
I don't know yet. Let me see.
This is the question.
I'm going to walk up closer to the cave. I want to, can I roll for Arcana, see if I feel any magic coming out of the cave? That's big time. 21.
21. So from the cave, it's almost pure necrotic energy that is just filtering out of this cave like water faucet turned on.
I'd like to use my stone cutting tremor sense.
Okay.
So I'll walk up to the edge of the cave and put my hand on it, and I gain tremor sense with a range of 60 feet for 10 minutes. Must be touching a natural or worked stone surface to use this.
Okay.
But I put my hand on the cave to see if within the what's happening, if there's any motion in there.
Okay. So you notice that the cave doesn't go from your knowledge as a dwarf and your abilities. You notice that what you hear from the cave and what you're sensing is that it doesn't go super deep. Your 60-foot sense, it goes a little bit deeper than that, but it branches, and the branches don't go very far. So after about 20 feet, there's a branch off to the left.
Yeah.
It only goes in another 5 to 10 feet. So it's a very shallow branching out cave.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think anything's in there that at least is touching the ground or moving.
No, there's something in there. I can feel it. It feels nasty. It feels dead. It feels like them dead people juice.
Yeah.
It smells bad, too.
All right, and just kind of Vance gets his shield up and goes, well, shall we?
Might as well. But also, what can I roll perception and see if there's anything outside of the cave that looks like markings or relics or magic tome information or anything like that, any kind of scribed spells or anything before I walk myself into death?
So for sure, you haven't entered the cave yet, right?
Right.
Okay, I'll just let you keep your perception check. You don't see anything yet.
Okay. Yet. Keep your eyes peeled. No, it's a wave of dark energy coming out of here, and I don't mean synthesizers. I mean it's real gross up in here.
Okay. Do you enter the cave?
God.
Yeah.
It's the vibe of when your neighbor's learning how to play an instrument, but the instrument's a bagpipe.
And an accordion.
Seeing you draw your hammer, Av draws her spear and shield to get ready.
Oh, I forgot you're still here.
Yeah. Always around.
Careful, there's probably whatever did all this, and he motions all the wolves on pikes. Wolves on pikes. I think anything with wolves, cool band name.
Wolves on pikes would be a dope band name.
Here's the thing about the whole wolves thing being a cool name. Very quickly, it crosses the threshold of every man has 2 wolves in him territory. And it's we went too far almost immediately.
Almost.
So what if the band name, where does this land? And also, is it still cool? Because the wolves makes things pretty cool, right?
Okay.
But what if it was 2 wolves that enjoy 5-finger death punch? That's the name of the band.
See, you had me until 5-finger.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Is it still cool?
No.
2 wolves that enjoy.
It's also way too long of a name.
Yeah. It's got to be short.
No, you condense it. It's TWT.
Necrowolves.
FT.
I'd go see Necrowolves tomorrow.
I've never heard their music, and I would probably see them too.
Right?
Yeah.
They got
every fucking dope.
They're probably not the best at their instruments, but their show, their presence,
Amazing.
pretty great.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyways, yeah, careful. There's a lich or a beast in there or something.
You can tell that she's getting actively nervous, but she's along for the ride.
Hey, you're going to be okay as long as you don't get hurt or die. Good luck.
Oh, wow. Just full of wisdom, loves deers. I'm learning so much about Vance.
I pull out my meat cleaver, and then I spark my hand to create a little torch.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's very nice of you because you have dark vision as an elf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
Dwarves also have dark
yeah,
vision,
I
so
think
this
so.
is just for Av.
Yeah.
This is just for
she
Av's
appreciates that.
dumbass.
She,
As a matter of fact, no, I take her sword and I light it.
she's like, that's weird. I didn't even have a sword. I had a spear.
Oh, well then it's on fire now. Good luck.
Well, he gave you one. He has so many swords.
He
You're
does.
gonna
Yeah.
poo-poo a free sword?
Yeah,
No, I didn't
That's
realize
fair.
I got one.
Flaming sword.
Yeah. How do you feel about swords? You love them when they're
I
free.
was literally just
I
a
like it
lady
when
in
they're on
town
fire.
that's very passionate about helping people, and you guys have been very mean to me.
You snuck on our cart.
I did.
Did we asked you to help investigate? And you're like,
I did not hear that. That was an honest mistake, and I admitted that. Okay, all
You
right.
slept through what could have been horror.
I lost everything. I'm still trying to recover. All right, I just right off the rip, I feel like a lot of negative energy.
yeah, it's coming from the cave. Now get your shit together.
also, raise your hand if you've lost everything. And then Vance raises his hand.
How long ago? Yesterday? I didn't think so.
Oh, okay.
Technically,
time to
he
sit on
didn't
this
have
shit.
anything yesterday, and he has nothing today. So
Right.
I did have some jerky. That was pretty good.
Things
and
are
it's
on,
gone now.
And it is gone.
Things are on the up.
Dirt jerky. Love it.
All right. So, do you head in the cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
As you enter the cave, you then start to notice runes as you pass through. And you start to see these first branches that you detected with your ability. And you notice that a lot of these areas seem to be different types of storage. So the first one that you notice on the left is a bunch of like arcane symbols and stuff like that. On the right, you see an area that has food, but not as much as you'd expect. Like there's just enough food for like one or two people for a couple weeks, you know. And then you make it past that first threshold where the necrotic energy is almost overwhelming. And the symbols that you're seeing all around the cave are very clearly, with your Arcana check, those that are used in rituals.
Oh yeah. You think this is where she from? I got a feeling the same way I feel in here is how I felt when she was in my mind.
It's not that strong.
But it's a similar feeling.
Yeah.
Yes, it's similar but different because she controls illusionary magic. That was all illusionary magic. This is necrotic, so it is a different magic branch.
How are my eyes?
At the moment, your eyes, nothing. You got nothing right now.
Okay.
But for 10 minutes, you had the 60 feet, correct?
Ooh.
I can touch again and feel deeper.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do that.
He's got little hands.
When you do touch the wall of the cave, you notice that the final branch before continuing onward has many individual. I guess you said that you can detect things on the ground.
Yeah,
correct?
well, it's tremor sense, yeah.
Right.
So it's like if there's anything like moving.
Yes. So you get a ton of small movements towards the left branch, and you get a lot of movement directly ahead of you. And those are the only two directions.
Can I get up close to the wall and see if I can decipher the language of the ritual?
For sure.
And see what it says. What would I roll for this? What am I rolling?
This would be, I guess, what languages do you know before you can even try and attempt this?
I know Draconic, Sylvan, Common,
And Elvish.
Elvish, and Thieves.
Okay, so you know quite a bit of languages. You do not recognize these symbols in any of those languages.
I'm like, hey, bud, we got a.
Hey,
What
can you
languages
read
do you
this?
know, Vance?
Yeah, I was going to say, can you read this shit?
What language is it? I don't think I've picked any languages yet. No.
Like a real D&D game.
Yeah.
So pick something that's not those, and then hope for the best.
Dwarvish, Common, and Gnomish.
Okay, it is definitely not any of those.
All right.
So you do not recognize the language. I'll let you roll a history check, though.
I might not be able to read it, but
It
I might
is
know what
infernal.
it is.
Yeah, it's infernal. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think we got company. Hey, Av.
Yes.
Remember what I taught you?
Nothing.
That's not true.
Mm,
Don't get hurt and don't die, and you'll be fine.
that wasn't really a lesson. That was more of a demand.
This is what you don't listen.
I would stick to his demands right now.
Yeah.
If I was you.
I'm not saying I won't. He's just very bad at phrasing.
Yeah, he's not good at it. This is an infernal. There's some dead juice flowing in here. It's a real sick wave, and I got a strong feeling that whatever is down there that you feeling through with your little hands in the cave hole, it's going to be real bad. And they're not from this planet. So I'm about to give myself
This planet.
this
Plane?
world, rain, plane, Spain, rains,
Okay. Left or forward?
cranes.
You had two path options.
Well, which one's closer?
The path left is closer.
I'm not gonna. I think we're gonna address that because it'd be a
Okay.
foolish thing to be like, no, I'll let him get behind us.
Okay. Yeah. As you enter, very quickly you start to notice cages.
Mm-hmm.
And you see about 7 of the, you presume, soldiers from the camp. And they are completely unresponsive. They're not dead, but they are completely in a trance, just cannot, no interaction. Immediate, when they see you, they're not like, oh, thanks for being saved. They are conked out.
I don't
Is it
investigate.
like how we were when we were in our trance?
I guess you guys don't know because that happened in like an instant in reality.
As soon as I see that it's like not creatures or anything like that, I'm like, all right, turn around, they'll be fine. And then I want to just turn. Well, like, yeah, I don't want to have like whatever the big thing in the middle just like comes up behind us while we're like, I wonder if Bill's okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool, right on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just leave him and then you head back.
For now, yeah, we'll come
Alright.
we'll come back. And like Vance is like now starting to like actually like show like a bit more prowess. Like he was like as soon as he saw it, he just quickly like returns back to the
Right,
other
not
end.
the danger.
Yeah, yeah,
Move on.
and like is quickly like he's being the shield,
Mhm.
like he's being the front line. So he
Cool.
quickly, because when you go in one way, if you got to turn around, now you're at the back end. So he quickly like shuffles back and gets in front of Av and like starts to head back down.
Cool, right on.
I just look at Av and I go, just follow him. He's kind of like my little danger groundhog. I just,
God, Danger Groundhog, another cool band.
he sees a shadow. I know it's going to be real bad.
So now you head down the main path, correct?
Mhm.
After about 50 feet, it opens up into a very large open cavern area. And the first thing that you see when you walk in is torches lining an area in the center that has a bunch of these arcane symbols. And on the other end of that is a dark figure that is working over a bench. And the moment you cross that threshold, he goes, seems like somebody has finally found me ever since. And then he just kind of nods, and then he turns around to see you, and then you just see essentially a skeleton in a robe. But it really looks like the pieces of skin that are on the face are like fabricated on.
Well, I'm glad he has a sense of modesty as a skeleton in a robe.
Yeah, he's at least covering up a
Yeah.
little bit. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to see that boner.
Got it. And cut.
And that's Monster, everybody. We did it. We're
Yeah.
about 37 minutes.
Okay, cool. He turns, he goes, I got a bone to pick with you.
Ah.
Yeah.
I knew
All
it.
right, Tyson, your turn.
Metatarsals.
God damn it.
Go back to the cart. Av said that, so now you're definitely left out. So yeah, he turns around and then he just looks at the two of you. Do you have any response?
How far away is he? Like, how deep is this cavern?
Oh, it's probably 80-ish feet
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's the circle in the middle, all the torches, and he's on the other end at like a workbench with a bunch of mysterious meat. We'll put it that way around him on these workbenches and the symbols on the walls. And
Hey, bud.
So are you like a good necromancer or an evil necromancer?
We picked up your feeling outside. We just decided to come see if you needed anything. You look like you're doing good, though. You got...
DoorDash.
he looks at Vance and he goes, well, the way that I've always seen it is that good and evil seem to be...
Yeah, he's evil.
Yeah,
On a
if he's got a
spectrum.
description of evil and how it's not that bad, he's
Come on.
definitely very evil.
His
So-
men in cages.
What you doing there, bud? You putting some skin on yourself there?
Yeah. He goes, well, I wouldn't have to do this if she kept up on her promises. And you can tell that he's getting very angry. And he snaps his fingers, and then the first time he snaps his fingers, 2 skeletal soldiers appear beside him. And he goes, and I highly doubt that either of you 2 gentlemen or the lady in the back there have any magical ability to get me what I want. And he's just going mad.
Yeah,
what do you
chicks
want?
be crazy, dog. What she did? Tell me what she did to you. I had a similar situation. He had a real bad situation yesterday with. She wasn't even real.
Yeah.
But
Roll perception, both of you.
20.
No.
Okay. What'd you say?
No.
No.
I think I got a 3 on the die. So
With the 20, you are able to put the pieces together that the illusion magic is what was dissipating. The necrotic magic is still here, and he is ranting about this lady. He clearly had some kind of deal with the woman that you guys were dealing with, and she either stabbed him in the back or something, and he is just in a rage right now.
Hey, man, let's talk about it, bro. It's not. Look, we all got stuff. How can we help you?
He looks and he goes, oh, okay, well, if you can help me, how much magical power do you have? Can you help me lure people in to get my body back? Am I just going to be stuck like this forever?
How
he
many
keeps
people
snapping.
you need, my brother? You got some power in you. I'm sure we could channel it.
And as he's ranting, he's snapping, and every time he snaps, more soldiers are appearing around
yeah,
him.
but it's all about body positivity. I think you're just looking at it the wrong way.
Yeah, you're a good-looking set of bones.
You're thin. Look, oh, come on. You know how much I love to have.
You don't need her. You could get anybody.
Just do Pilates.
Roll me persuasion? Actually, deception, because he's not good looking. It's like,
yeah, that's eyes and the beauty.
Yeah, some people
Beauty's
are
in
into
the
that.
eye.
Dude, we're going to Kerhill.
I also like how your guys' angle is that he was trying to like hook up with this lady.
He's
And
mad about his body.
He's, you know what? I'll just let
He
you guys
has
put
a
it together,
much
yeah.
deeper. I'm trying to keep him from telling us what might really be going on and see if we can persuade him. And I'm talking to you like he can't hear us.
Yeah. No, I know. We're working on it. We got
We're
this.
working on it. We got it.
And I wink.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
wink.
all right.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we doing?
A deception check. I got a 13.
Okay.
17.
17. Okay. So give me just a second here.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, you're thin.
Yeah, dude, you're
So
doing
cool.
good in life. You know, I could tell. You know, you might have had some hiccups. You know, down the line, and you know, she wasn't the first one to break your heart. What heart you don't have?
We've all been there.
So you got a 13.
Yeah.
And what'd you get, Dolo?
17.
With your 17, you don't convince him to like slow down, or you don't convince his anger out, but you are able to get him to like slip up to give you some information. So in his rant, he goes, I see the 2 of you. I can see that neither one of you have the magic power that Alyssum had.
I'm like, all right, Alyssum.
Yeah. Write that down. Alyssum had. You have some magical abilities, and so do you of divine nature, but neither of you are going to be able to get me back the body that I so much deserve.
What if we could get her to give you your body back?
Oh, are you associates with Alyssum?
Yeah, we've met her a few times. I mean, one might even say we've shared a thought or two.
Roll me another deception.
I'm like, I'm not.
Ooh, good luck, guys. Oh.
I just don't lie. I'm like, no, I'm not. No.
Yeah, so with his bonuses, he got a 22. How'd you do, Brian?
I got a 2.
Oh,
no.
So he goes, I can tell who is friends with Alyssum, and it's neither of you. However, I do think
I ain't say we was friends. Don't be putting words in my mouth. I said I know her.
I'm done talking. And he says, your bodies will suit just fine.
Turn undead.
Turn undead?
Yep.
Okay. He snaps one last time as 2 more soldiers appear, and I need everybody to roll me initiative.
Within 30 feet. So, yeah, I'm going to just rush up and just get into the pit.
Okay. Your movement as a dwarf is 40?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay.
What are you doing? Turn undead?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get up in the pit like I'm at a Necrowolves concert.
So here's the thing. You run into the symbol. Like you straight path right through the symbol with all the torches around it.
Yeah, I guess. I didn't.
God
I'm just making
I didn't know that was there.
Yeah, buddy, that's the first thing I described when you
I
walked
don't
into the
listen.
room. You say Av can't listen. You're a hero. It's like-
As he's running towards it, can I shoot an arrow at the symbol?
If there's, I'm not gonna run through the Necromancer's big symbol in the floor.
but you did say that.
I
You
didn't.
did say
I
you
didn't
were
hear you
running
say it
straight.
earlier. I run towards them. I'll go around.
Okay, so you go around.
Yeah.
That still doesn't get you within 30 feet of him,
That's fine.
but it does get you within the first skeleton on one of the sides.
So it's like only how many skeletons are there?
6.
And they're all, and I'm only getting one of them.
Correct.
I'm waiting to get all 6.
Okay, I got you. Because basically it's him in the middle, and then he summoned one on each side, one on each side, one on each side.
Oh, he's in the middle. Okay.
Correct. So
He's wearing a robe, and how far away is he from those torches?
From those torches, probably 30-ish feet. So essentially you walked into the room, you were on one side of the symbol. You got to go all the way around. Their symbol is in the middle of the floor, and then there's skeletons on the outside, and he is directly across from you, about 70-ish feet. And with Vance running in, that's where we're going to end it.
Okay.
Yeah, that we're starting with combat next time.
Outside the symbol, I will.
Yeah.
Outside that symbol.
Yeah. It's I'm thinking about saying no, so you learn your lessons and you pay attention.
And I just look at Av and I'm like, he's a danger groundhog. He'd have turned around if it was bad. I trust him.
Thank you, everybody, so much for joining me. My name is Tyler Waltz. I've been your DM. You can find everything I do at Nerd News. And to my left.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Cox, so you can find me at Tyson Cox Comedy. I do stand-up, so if you need some stand-up in your life, book me. I'll do it.
Yo, and I'm Dolan Cedrin. My name's Brian Petrie. You can find me at everything on Brian Petrie Comedy. I do stand-up, skits, voice acting, whatever it is you want to do. Let's have fun.
All right. Thank you all so much, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Yeah.